been used really as a split pusher and a strong solo laner for like the last 2 weeks. And they just simply did not respect how much damage that does. They were always so bunched up. Anyways, we could talk about it till the cows come home, but they're not coming home tonight. We're going into Tomb of the Spider Queen now for game number 2. This will be the map pick, actually, of Tempest, of course.
Nice. And we see Johanna the most from all regions on this battleground. I think Johanna's really rising up along with DTC, especially because of the wave clear. We have not seen Johanna for such a long time, but when we have so many melees, especially like Greymane, Illidan, the blinds come in so handy. It's the going around the meta shift all the time. It comes back, it goes away. I think this is the wave clear meta that we're seeing. The dive was here, but the blinds come in. I think it's a perfect counter right now.
Well, this is going to be an Aureo-less game to start this off. So that tells us a little bit more already. Question is what comes next? Malthael.
Not giving it to you.
Tempest really saying this is a top tier hero right now. And you need to really consider that.
EDC.
So banned last game, available this game.
Yeah, it was banned from L5, and due to all the lane pressure, the rotational work, Power Slide come in as a counter to the dive at on the other side at the same time. So ETC first pick.
Well, Volatassadar is still a strong option here. This is the map pick of Tempest, remember, so what they choose here will really give us a big tell.
If they are going for dive, pick up Rehgar from the beginning along with another
Greymane or an Uther Greymane is also strong here.
Yeah, that's also correct.
That's how L5 played game number 1 in this situation.
Or if they do not want to reveal anything else, they can just pick up Tastar along with another support is also fine.
Okay, so this will be the Uther Greymane variation. So 2 for 2, taken on second rotation by second pick team. Now L5, what do they want to take as a response? This Hooligan's looking very pensive. I don't think I've ever seen a Hooligan make that face before. As an unhappy Hooligan face right there.
I think L5 can wait a little longer. Just have Tassadar and pick double support or another tank along with Tassadar. I think it's a fine choice.
So like a Tassadar Vala here? Is that what you're saying? Well, looks like they're definitely considering it.
Maybe they're listening to you, Wolf.
Yep, there you go. So Tassadar Vala is going to be the way, because...
How did you know?
How did I know? It's almost like it's the meta!
Yes, especially for L5, yes.
Sometimes when like I say something like this, and I'm like, it's Tassadar Vala maybe, and then like they pick like something outrageous, everyone's like, oh my god, I wish you wouldn't make these predictions. I'm like, well, I mean, this is pretty standard here. It's like, how did he not know it was going to be Sylvanas? I'm like, well, he was being only twice this entire year. Like,
only 60-something heroes. And yeah.
So, this is going to compete with the wave clear. This is going to be very difficult to deal with for Tempest. The ETC pick has been the counter to Volatassadar or Vala Auriel on this map. For the early game, they already have that. So, this is a bit awkward now for Tempest. We're going to look for the support choke. Doesn't feel that strong, though, in this case.
Ah, I think L5 hit the money here with Gul'dan ban coming out. Because they still need some wave clear. Greymane, of course, provides some, but not enough.
Gul'dan is so good at disrupting the double support hyper carry because the hyper carry has to be doing damage in order to survive. This hyper carry is supported by like the Tassadar, right, or the Vala, or sorry, the Vala is supported by the Tassadar or the Auriel, and in order to get the heals from Tassadar's shields, or in order to get the Auriel heals, Vala has to do damage to build those hopes and to build the shield life drain. And so if Vala or the supports get hit by a Horrify, then suddenly Vala is just dead, or the supports are dead. So that's why the Gul'dan ban is really strong here.
Especially when you're against lockdown on Spider Queen. So of course you're considering about Gul'dan. Even KT that came out sometimes. Or sometimes it was Falstead on the other side.
This looks really familiar. I feel like I've seen this before. Too bad they have Malthael banned, so, or they could pick him maybe a perfect last pick here. I
Let's see,
wonder
this time they have Greymane instead, so it's a small change.
Yeah, who's going to be the solo laner here for Tempest? That's going to be the question. What are they going to pick? That's the missing piece of the puzzle right now is H82's hero. Because with double support, I think Sonya could actually be decent here.
Exactly what I was thinking at the same time.
I think it's a pretty solid lane to run Sonya with. We don't know who she'd be facing yet. And because L5 only has one support, doesn't have a good secondary support that can really deal with Sonya, or sorry, protect the Sonya, then I don't think they can actually pick her here. It's a bit awkward, to be honest, for L5 in this draft. They have the strong early game, but to make the top lane work to get to the later stages not behind, they need a strong solo laner. And it will be Leoric.
Once again, Leoric for the wave clear. Also the rotations. Basically, Leoric can, after the 7th talent, will be gone and too bad later on, but can just rotate around the lanes with just a single walk from top to mid to bottom. So he can basically be Zul in this map.
Yeah, he really can. With his current iteration, it was not going to be the case in the future. He will have much stronger wave clear with how his auto attacks will work, but at least we think. We're not sure yet. Nobody knows yet. He's, people have differing opinions on him. I don't think he'll be popular in Korea after the rework, but I think he'll be popular in Europe. Tempest, who's a solo laner? We talked about Sonya. Who's going to face up against Leoric? Dehaka is okay here, but not really the strongest one you're looking for. Can't really threaten the Leoric in lane and cannot get much global value. So, Sonya's, I think, what we're looking at. Yep, okay.
How did you know?
How did I know? It's almost like it's the meta!
By the way, H82 has not played Sonya yet. This will be the first time that we see him on Tempest, actually. So I'm looking forward to the solo laning against Leoric. He will have a hard time. Maybe they will just L5 will just rotate around the map, try to not solo lane against Sonya, because that one will be tough.
That one will definitely be tough. They also have ETC, so that gives them the power to rotate very similarly to how they used Hooligan on Diablo last game. So I think we will see a very similar early game. Good call, G-Clef. All right, let's see if L5 can tie up this series. It's proven to be a great one already. We're going into game number 2 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. All right, Hyde on Uther, Honkono on Karzim, Lockdown on Greymane, Sign on Johanna, and H82 on Sonya.
And in red, L5, Hooligan on ETC, SCSC on Vala, Jungha on Leoric, STE on Tastar, Swoi on Malfurion.
Could have potentially been Lockdown on the Sonya given the old Tempest. But
yeah, that's true.
That would have put H82 on Karzim, which I guess kind of works because we have seen a lot of Karzim's playing like a solo laner type style, and he's still a melee, so I guess it could have maybe worked.
Karzim's like a DPS support-ish, especially later on. But
I really like that they don't put Lockdown on it, to be honest, because I think his Greymane is very good, and now also like this leads into H82 is so focused on the solo laning role right now.
Whoa. Sonya actually went bottom instead, so the rotation will be on the other side. It seems like Jungha for now is just going for the solo laning to just eat up EXP.
Yeah, so... Oh, just barely missed that one.
He sprayed L5 on the other side. What does that mean?
What does it mean?
It's our land! I don't even know.
Marking territory, man. I suppose we've got,
Yes, Hooligan is on... He's an animal for now, yes.
Yeah, he's really just taking spray to the next level, shall we say. All right, but anyways, let's see if this Solo lane stays bot. I suppose it doesn't really matter that much on this map. It's pretty symmetrical. It will matter later for the boss and things like that, but...
Ooh, he's on the other side. Malfurion comes, but...
This was a bait, actually, and L5 is going to get the pick here. Power Slide stacked on top of that root a little bit, but still going to be the kill. That was a really well baited, actually, by L5. Oh, Tempest did not realize that that was a masterful bait, shall we say. And now that's one kill over to them. We'll clear up this top lane wave after the rotation down. So losing really nothing here. In fact, we'll take about a fourth of an experience point lead going towards level 4. You have to remember too, you know, if you've never played this map with an ETC, you know, if you're at home and you're watching, if you see an ETC on the other side, remember that because the distance between lanes is so short, if ETC gets on the horse and walks away from you, you need to be telling your teammates ETC is coming, because he is coming and he is looking for a pick, and he's so powerful at doing so.
You need to ping those.
You do need to ping those.
Or chat MIAs, ETC MIA, and then you will know. Everyone will know. That flow of pressure is a lot, and the CCs come in pretty handy for the team. And we saw the damage coming out from L5. Along with the CC pair coming out from Malfurion, I think it was just enough.
I love this skin for Sonya, by the way. It seems to be the only acceptable skin for use in competitive play. I think it's no one's ever not used this skin because they're all smart, all good players. That's all I had to say.
Wolf analysis.
Yeah. Not like this.
KR level. Well, Poseidon gets caught, but will survive for now. And Honkono's Charism seems pretty compared to before, where he played Charism.
Yeah.
He seems pretty not too aggressive as he used to be the DPS. He is still the DPS, but because they're changing roles a little bit in this meta, Honkono seems to be on Charism every time.
Yeah, the flex DPS Charism play, we've seen this. It seems like every flex DPS player in Korea is playing Charism right now. I think his win rate is rising as a result because people are really trying to improve with him. But I want to go back to that point that you make.
Oh, nice CC, but will this survive?
Ooh, Lockdown does get out of there. SC wants that kill, but to go back to this point, it's really interesting that you make that because even though Honkono was not playing Greymane, Lockdown is doing the Honkono build, which is really originally the Dami build, with this, and we'll very likely see Wisdom Duelist. So this is kind of cool, because they're doing it with double support, no Tyrael, still want to go for Wisdom Duelist, still feel like they'll have enough protection. First turn, it looks like it is going to go to L5, as there's not really much Tempest can do to deny the turn in just a moment. They have the gems available, and they were getting the neutral camp. Doesn't look like L5 was able to pick up on that.
Just two more. The rotation is there, so I can poke every few other seconds.
Okay, this is actually really...
Sonya's did get the turn in at the bottom.
Yeah, this is getting really tight. L5 could lose this despite having such a massive lead in turn in. Not going to be turning in there. It looked like a channel from the minimap, but we know now in reality it was just a Wraith walk. Okay, SC going for it here. Hyde body blocked the ping. That was so well coordinated by L5 saying, all right, can you hit him so I can get this turn in? SC might lose his life for it, though.
They want to punish. The heal comes in time. Is it enough damage? It is with Lockdown coming in. He wants more.
Human range, though, not Wisdom Duelist. I was going to say that's a stack, and I looked up and saw that's a different paw print up there. That's the double. Would have been 2 stacks. The range is going to give him the ability to poke at a distance at these would-be turn-inners. And because they lost 2 members, L5 is not going to get as much out of this web weaver as they wanted.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like without the Wisdom Duelist, I think it can be just 7-sided because there's ETC and Leoric on the other side. Very tanky. So 7-sided with percent damage will come in very handy.
Well, you know, in Swoy, of all people, B-steps, there is clearly something going on between these 2 teams. Man, this is going to be... I mean, I'm having fun with this series. It looks like the players are too.
I hope you are too, and watching at home. Because this series can go anywhere. Tempest leading right now, but L5 got a pretty decent team comp, and look at this. Junga's taking some damage, but Leoric things.
Okay, so next turn in here is going to be very critical because L5 almost has enough for a second turn in. If they can buy enough time to farm 10 more gems, which is very likely, like Jonga's going to pick up 5 here, if they can get just 10 more gems, then that is going to be a really important moment, because that will give L5 10, and that will give them the ability to force a team fight to make sure that Tempest loses gems. And that is why right now Tempest needs to be spending all their resources to force a turn in. Okay, here's Tide getting away with it so far. The body block, again, another coordinated turn in here from Tempest. And that is going to be them reaching level 10, perhaps at the same time as L5 did get that extra soak with Leoric.
Yeah, I think it will be about the same time. And they will be looking for all the ETC Mosh angle. That will be the big thing, of course. But the thing is, we see lots of Johanna on the other side as somewhat of a counter to ETC, and Tempest has one right now on the other side. That's the thing. I think Hooligan really has to be careful, or actually grab Johanna in that mosh along with another member. I think that leap coming out from Sonya, I think they really they want to stop the mosh.
Okay, Blessed Shield coming in. They want to stop the mosh, but they also want to get in and kill SC, stun him to death, and blow him up. Malfurion has no burst heals. He only has slow sustained heals. Tastar shields can only do so much for you. Malfurion also doesn't have cleanse anymore, so there's no way to cleanse these CCs. So I actually do like this pick, given that we're not going to see fights that go extended work very well for Tempest against the sustainability that Vala has for L5. So you don't want that longer fight with Wrath of the Berserker. You want the faster fight where you blow up the DPS immediately to win the longer fight that way. Because you don't have sustained healing, but what you can have after you kill the DPS is better sustained damage, because that's all L5's got, which is part of the reason why they went Archon here. John was like, yeah, you want to turn, yeah, right. Give him a little slapperoo right there. Look at this one. Oh, not going to slap him this time.
It also makes better sense, along with 7-sided, if you can chain CC a little more, you can basically get all the hits for 7-sided if you can lock one target down, which I think likely will be Vala. They want to delete Vala as soon as possible, which is basically 75 or 80, maybe 90% of L5's damage right now.
So this is another moment where a double turn-in could occur, the first of the game. Maybe for Tempest here. Sign sneaking it in. Junga's going to go to that little smack. We get very far forward here, actually. This is a huge opportunity for Tempest. They're going to try to take it. SC is the target. Twilight Dream, well placed. The Mosh is going to catch Johanna here, so no interrupt.
So Sonya was not there the entire time. I think that was a big mistake coming out.
Oh, there's the leap,
she comes in.
Oh,
she wants to
God.
turn this around. Lockdown is still surviving somehow. And hi, the God, this. They took down Vala. That was a great angle of diving in. H82, what a play.
I know if
I thought the fight was over.
I know if Gillyweed's not watching right now, she's going to scream the Sonya sound when she watches the VOD. When she sees that one. That was a leap to end all leaps, shall we say. That was a, oh, looks like Tempest is in trouble. L5 did a lot of damage there, and then Sonya said, oh.
Wow.
Sonya said, hold my sword. I'll need it. Okay. That turned this back around. L5 still got the turn in. But Tempest getting those picks makes this one a little bit less valuable. Honkono actually eating a lot of damage from this. Junga, lifesteal, will escape with his life and look to heal up. 7-sided here, a little bit of a wonky one, but they're trying to get ETC here. The Blessed Shield usage is good. They get a slow.
Another leap coming back in 1 second. There's the ankle. There it is.
Oh,
going
gets
down
the double.
Nice block. Buying time, but he's going down right after. Mosh Pit is still not available. Does take out Sonya and Greymane, though. Nice power slide to change things around.
Oh, so Honkono wants to save Hyde so bad, but he actually is going to die for it. Honkono made 2 critical mistakes in that fight. Then he just mounted up in the middle of the fight without doing anything. Sign is also going to die. That was totally unnecessary. Now they've lost all their gems. They might have just lost the game. But Honkono got really low and just mounted and stood there for a second. He was really indecisive. They must have been yelling at each other about what the best course of action was. Then tried to save Lockdown and ended up dying for it. And, I mean, I can't even explain Sign's behavior that we just saw there. Like, I know it's my job to, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, I can't tell you why he was trying to do that. So now L5 has total gem control. They have enough for another turn-in. They got the wipe. They're going to hit 16. They have control of the structures. And, look, I mean, you know when you go to the doctor, and the doctor is like, doesn't know what the problem is, and he's like, it's probably stress.
Yes. It's probably stress,
that's
which
like
means
like,
I have no idea why you're sick.
Like
Why
when Sign does it, I'm like, it's probably stress, you know? Like, it's probably stress, yeah. Don't worry, like, come back in a week if you still experience this, then like we'll talk about it then.
Just take some pills.
Please see
just
my receptionist at the desk.
Vitamin pills and no subscription for you, actually.
Please see my receptionist at the desk. It'll be $42.50. Okay, all right. Back to the game. The next turn-in comes through for L5. They've got all the web weavers. And with all forts down and the waves pushed from that team wipe, they're going to go directly to keeps. This could be double keep. This could be a pick if they get this could be a keep if they get the pick here. Didn't get it, though. Hooligan was trying real hard. A lot of wave clear on the side of L5 as well.
Sonya's stealing alone on top for now, but this bottom one is the problem. It's going for the keep, and Vala's there, so they have the range. Hooligan's already body blocking. Jong's trying to buy time from the middle. 3-level gap for L5. Let's see, HG82 did so much damage onto Vala, but can she survive? She does not. Great mosh, 4-man mosh actually.
Yeah, only lockdown outside of it. He's going to try to kill Swoi here. Twilight Dream just came online.
This is fun to watch, but I want to see the other side, please.
Okay, it looks like
DC dies.
I mean, this was never going to be a kill for lockdown. Sorry, Observer.
KR observing. Resident Sleeper.
Look, everybody loves their arrow key pans. Everybody. Nobody dislikes them. So, that was definitely a bit of an overextension by L5. I do want to give Tempest credit for how they turned the fight, though. The Blessed Shield was really good. The mosh didn't matter after they killed Vala, because as we were talking about before, there's just no sustained damage for L5 once that happens, which is the whole goal of why they went all for these CCs, and they're making it work. So, Tempest actually basically doing everything they designed to do with this comp in that last fight. Lockdown didn't get the kill on the Swoi, but he was never going to, and now I guess we're some more KR observing here. It's like, look at the boss's like hips for some reason. And
they'll get the boss though.
Yeah, they get it.
Can they chase? I don't think they should chase.
Great
Entomb comes in. Swoi's looking for the Twilight Dream. It's stunned.
He's stunned. Okay, this could be it. This could be it. He gets it off at the last second after that ice block. Swoi survives as well. That was it. Everything was decided in that one Twilight Dream. That's why they stunned him so much. They knew he had it. They wanted to kill him, but the ice block was too good. And now L5 is going to clean this up. They will kill the boss. The boss will get nothing more than the majority of a fort, it seems. And they could probably just go end from here. Keep is down. I suppose they don't have enough for a turn-in, so maybe they can't quite end.
They can just wait for a 20. I mean, well, 2-level gap now, but it was almost 3-level gap. They can take down all the keeps, or they can just go for the core. I think either choice is fine.
I think probably to play it safe here is the better option. The boss did actually kill the entirety of the fort because they did move down here right away, but it's not going to do much more than that in the top lane. We'll just take their advantage, wait for 20, as you say, farm up for the next 25 gems they need. So there's actually a lot of minions with this boss. Didn't realize how many there were. That's actually going to get the full keep wall. Might even get a swipe on the core. I'm on the keep. No, SC is back here to back it up. Did vault away. Oh, I don't want to get stunned on TV. By the boss? No, never. I'm the best follow in the world. That's what I think anyways. So 20's up. We're going to see big power spikes for Vala and for Leoric, of course, with his Spectral Leech.
So it'll be a lot harder to grab on. Oh, this is a big,
big
face melt. That reflection time on the face melt, it was like it was expected for him to actually be in the trap.
Yeah, I mean that's a good tank player. We always call them the human wards. I mean, you walk into a bush like that, you know what the reason you walked into the bush is because it could be a situation like that, which is exactly why it was able to react so quickly. Had Blessed Shield been used, though, I think he would have died. Either way, L5 is going to get the turn in. They controlled vision on the map. 15 gems away, 6 gems required to finish it off to actually send those web weavers towards the core. Tempest can still come back in this game if they get a good fight. The problem is that there isn't much objective for them to grab after the fight. The top keep wall is down, but they'll still have to go through that.
So they have to, Tempest, they have to find Vala. They have to find CC and delete Vala from the beginning of the fight. That is like the only option of winning the team fight right now. So that's exactly why Vala took the range upgrade at 20. I think it'll be a lot harder, so Tempest has no angle of diving in.
Yeah, that's basically what they're looking for here. Okay, Spectral Elite's doing a ton of damage. Oh, looking for HA2.
Does get task start. No shields available for HA for SCSC. The Mosh goes off.
Okay.
Can they get a kill?
Really well done here. There's the Torbas. Gets a second triple Mosh here. That's going to be enough sustained CC here to eventually win the fight for L5. As you can see, SC is just not afraid of anything. HG2 is trying to catch up with him here, but it's not going to happen. That's going to be the wipe that ends the game here. Lockdown, the last to die. Sprays galore. And everyone's just going to mount up and walk to end.
That Torbus was one of the best that I've seen in this year.
Yeah, I mean, that was incredible.
That was incredible.
He basically went from one 3-man Mosh to another 3-man Mosh. It was out of control.
And Vala just did free damage during that team fight.
Well,
what a play coming out from Hooligan.
That's going to be game number 2 going over to L5. We've got a series on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1. And that is going to be how Sky Temple's Tomb of the Spider Queen ends. Sky Temple is banned. We will not be seeing Sky Temple in this series. And SDE's expression the same from game to game, but going back to his Tassadar, well, the Korean community has called him a one-trick Tassadar right now, so that's probably why he's like, oh god, I failed on the one odd hero I played tonight, then I played really well on the hero everyone says is the only one I can play. Well, they could be happy with their win. Now it's tied up 1-1. Feels like we don't get to go into our little short commercial breaks like this very often.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit happy about it.
You always say, oh, is it MVP Black's chance to close the series or some other team? And
yeah, I have like my
soundboard. It's always
2-0. Where like I press it and I'm like,
press it?
I'm like, well, they'll have some time to think about it because we're going to go to a short commercial break. Maybe they'll get their thoughts together. And it's like every single time. But no, not today. Now it's 1-1. So now both teams are going to go back during this break and reflect, get their thoughts together. Think about the next map is what L5's going to be thinking about. Thinking about the draft is what Tempest is thinking about. Maybe go on a quick little bathroom break. Maybe get some water, just like you guys at home can do. Go brush your teeth. You're up late. You forgot to do it. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes' time for game number 3 on Map Unknown.